Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome back to the Watch Wendigo YouTube channel. Today we are opening a package from Blade HQ, and I'm pretty excited about this. This is a new to me steel. I've never handled anything in this particular steel type, and it's a little bit different than what I generally search for in steel characteristics. I'm a big proponent of maximizing edge retention. As I think a lot of the community is, we fixate a lot on those high wear resistance, high edge resistance, or edge retention steels. This is going to be a knife in 3V steel, which is a high toughness steel, so it's a little bit outside of what I generally prioritize, but I wanted to experience something new. And I also wanted to experience a knife from this manufacturer. I have knives from this manufacturer, but most of them are not from their USA made line. So I wanted to experience the USA made line and a completely new category of steel. So let's go ahead and get this guy open. I like that Blade HQ does this with the inside of the box. It just looks cool. Oh, what is that? That's a pretty cool sticker. I might throw that on my helmet if I can find a good place for it. But that's a cool sticker. I like that sticker. So this is a Kershaw, and to be more specific, this is a Kershaw Bel Air XL. Yeah. And again, this is one of their Kai USA's models. It's one of the Kershaw's USA made models. Let's go ahead and get this guy open. I hate these little tabs. I can never get a hold of them. There we go. And I've been considering buying a version of this knife for a while now, and I just finally decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. Let's get that out of here. Don't need that. That aluminum feels really good. I believe this is aluminum scales, if I remember right. And yeah, I know it's another crossbar lock, and I've kind of been avoiding crossbar locks for the most part, but I wanted to try this knife, and I wanted to try this steel, and the price point was reasonably good. So, especially for a USA made premium knife. How is the centering? Pretty good, yeah. Okay, let's see how it feels. Oh yeah, that was much better than the most recent crossbar lock that I unboxed. And I like that dark stone wash. Yeah, that feels pretty good. So again, this is 3V steel, and what 3V is good at is extremely high toughness. A really good what's the word I'm looking for? It's very good at absorbing impact and resisting microchipping or chipping of any kind for that point. As far as edge retention goes, it's okay. It's not way up there in the pack, but it's not bad either. It's still a premium steel. And the only real downside to this is it is not stainless. So this is a knife that I will need to keep an eye on, and potentially even That actually feels really good. Potentially even oil it from time to time, or I will have to oil it from time to time. My state is relatively humid. That feels really good. That jimping's a little light for me, and I definitely would have liked to see more of it further up the spine. That's definitely not a finger choil, so I will try to keep my finger out of there. I'm actually really impressed by how that crossbar lock feels. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that actually feels better than my... That's really comparable. The action definitely feels smoother than my Osborne, and I've had this for a couple years now, so it's very well broken. If I had to guess, I didn't look when I was looking at the specs for this knife. If I had to guess, though, this is probably running on bearings, and this is running on washers, so that's going to be the difference. Okay, let's cut something. I'd like to see how that factory edge came in. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's not quite as sharp, or doesn't feel quite as sharp as some of the Migrons that I've had come in lately. Those guys are, between their heat treatments and their factory edges and what they can do at a lower price point, I've really been impressed with Migron lately, and I've pretty much only been singing their praises. Just because, you know, what they're doing at the price points that they're doing it is phenomenal, and I want to support the company as much as possible. Let's do a couple of size comparisons. So there's the Bel Air XL. There it is against the Benchmade Osborne. And grab a slightly larger knife. There it is against the Kunwu and Metal Complex Excalibur. So height-wise, it's perfectly in the middle of these two. It's a little bit taller than the Osborne, but not quite as tall as the Excalibur. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. And as far as length goes, just a hair longer than the Osborne, it looks like. Or very, very similar. Hang on, where is... Well, I got a ruler built into the bottom of my mat. Okay. And what about this one? Yeah, they're extremely close. Overall, though, I think I like the feel of this better in my hand. So, alright, well, that's all for today. This is just an unboxing. I just wanted to kind of get my first impressions in a video, and I've been kind of dying to handle one of these. I haven't handled a Bel Air XL yet. I've handled the Iridium, and I believe there's an Iridium XL. I think I've handled that too, or it might not be called that, but I think there is a large and a small version of the Iridium. And they're fine. I wouldn't call them phenomenal, but you know, they're relatively cheap and the quality is good. So I wanted to handle one of their more premium offerings. So that's going to be all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Wendigo signing off.